Hello, I'd like to walk you through the first section of our progress and assessment report template that I have loaded in our content area. You will be provided a stationery to insert. We'll send this to the parents and then they can make copies. We'll have the registration form information for you shortly. This report summarizes our tutoring. This whole paragraph can be used. This is individualized because you need to write this as to why the child, to discuss why the child was referred. So you see I said the parents here, and then down here according to his teacher. Non-552 students, you didn't conduct the following assessment, so you'll be inserting a paragraph that you'll see below. You'll be inserting it here. This is where you begin to discuss your testing, and you discuss March 2013. I think this is pretty much a paragraph you can pull. Literacy assessment, and then describe the child's behavior during the assessment, and then you will be providing a summary sheet as a PDF. Once it's approved by the parents, you'll be turning that, approved by your mentor, you'll be submitting this, and then we can send that to the parent as well, so that they can really see a summary sheet of the testing. And by the way, you'll also be submitting an example of your lesson plan, one of your best lesson plans, I'm sure, and just the lesson plan itself in terms of the steps of the lesson plan. You will want to make sure nothing you want to look at the format of it, and your mentor will be looking over that as well. Here you discuss word recognition and isolation. Some of these sentences are stock sentences, but then you also need to get into the qualitative analysis of what you observed. And this is where that begins, right here. Tom was asked to read, and then we listed the percentages, and then this is where you actually give examples of what the child does. We're pleased to see that he has learned so many sight words at Flash presentation. Well, this is okay for this particular child, but you'll have your own sentences here, particularly in this paragraph. I think the rest are pretty stock. Look for what the student can do and then talk about the needs. Similarly, this is where we discuss the spelling, the elementary spelling inventory. Discuss what the student can do, and then discuss some of the errors. Notice that the errors are in caps, and the word they try to spell is in italics. I refer you to page 49 in the 5th edition of Words Their Way to see the discussion of the spelling stages for your information. And then we get into rapid naming. So we want you to look at the speed, and in most cases you'll be able to say that the naming speed is what we would expect for a child at this developmental level. If we will look at it to see if we agree. 40 seconds for a beginning reader is not bad. So this is where section 1 will end. Section 2 will get into your testing just as an overview. Now, one thing I wanted to point out is I would probably push this to the next page with a double return or triple return. We don't want it hanging, but you can do that at the very end just before you submit your paper. You'll go through 2 drafts. Here you go for you 552 non-students. This is where you pick up. And here you're going to tell us about the independent, instructional, and frustration level of your student. And you're interpreting it this as well. And once you get the grade level in, this is pretty much a stock paragraph. So this is the testing, the developmental reading level, assessment summary, and now we get into instructional activities. A copy of a lesson plan will be included as well. And this is where you get into recommendations. I will give more detail shortly, but you could please do read these over and work with a partner who's at the same developmental level their students are, and you can share ideas. Alrighty, and we will be working on this together. Thanks.